Okay, so initially what we did is we went online and looked up a couple of different, how our thinking has changed, a couple of different art bit kind of ones, and it had one where it was just simply on a block.
Okay.
And so we tried to set it up with one, and it was just with one of the paint swiper pieces.
Okay.
And then we kind of went, well, we could do some other attachments and we could balance it off and do one on either side, because our initial one did work, but Janine and I were distracted, and all of a sudden Carrie had built it. So we weren't quite sure if she followed the instructions, but she did. She followed our plan that we initially had. And then we realized it wasn't going to balance properly on one because we had a whole bunch of things going on. And we actually had buzzers on the bottom. It was vibrating, bouncing around, but it created too much of a sound and it was annoying us. So we stripped the buzzers off and then stole some bigger blocks so that it could have a more linear effect, because it really looked like a weird ET thing going on. So,
awesome. And in terms
so
of
that's kind of what we noticed. Our successes were continual successes as we went along. And our challenges were just making sure that 3 opinionated people could work together.
Okay.
And our thinking, we're just, how has our thinking changed?
That's a tough one. That's fine, you don't have to answer that one.
Okay.
And what was that? Was that the last one?
Yep, that was the last one.
Okay.
We
Oh,
talked
here we go.
about being able to do it by ourselves, like not in a group. That the group was helpful, but that we would like to sort of branch off and try our own thing.
And we also talked about how, with the students, how we would do it differently. We wouldn't give them the Littlebits kits, and we would just, like, they would have to draw something, come show us, and then we'd give them the kits. But we might provide a legend of the things that are in the kits so that they know.
Okay.
And a picture of it so they know what it looks like.
So kind of like when you open a box of chocolates and it has the picture and it tells
Right.
you where they all
Right.
belong.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would
Perfect.
be helpful.
So then they could have it so that they would know what they had to work with, but then they could still, without touching them and somebody taking and putting it together already, where we didn't get to do it.
But it was perfect because then she did an extension activity of something else, and then we took it all apart and we had to put it back together.
Perfect.
So it proved if we could actually do it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very teachable moment.
Great. Thanks, guys.